Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. If you are in the market for combine, check out our website at machinerypete.com and just click on combines here. You can see we've got almost 5,800 of them for sale. Lots of pictures, new listings coming in every day. So if you were looking for an 8230, click here, 194 of them, lots of pictures. Now, earlier this week, I was out covering a sale in Hamilton, Illinois, and we were on the topic of older combines. And this one, a 1982 John Deere 6620 with 2,605 hours was up for sale. And I filmed it selling, which we'll watch in a minute, but very interesting story on this combine. We actually saw it sell 5 years ago. So here we are in our auction price database. And you can see we've got almost 500 John Deere 6620s we've seen sold over the last number of years. And if we walk back through time to 2010, here it is right here on a sale December 3rd, 2010 in Northeast Missouri, 1982 model 6620, brought $17,500. So now let's go to the video and see what the same combine sold for Tuesday on the auction in Hamilton, Illinois.
Hey, guys, guess what? A lot of people are looking for these next two combines. The first one is Miles Cameron, the next one my brother John. He bought a 9400 John. We're going to sell Miles' first, and I'm going to let Miles tell about it, because listen, here's the story on it. First of all, Charlie, raise your hand. Charlie McCoy. We sold them a retirement auction for Charlie and his lovely wife Carolyn. By the way, they came over and stayed here last night. I invited them over for Machinery Pete. Speaking of that, we sold it in December of 2010. Huh? It must have been December 3rd then. Because my brother Jim and I got another brother Steve born on the same day, but when you have 11 kids, that can happen. So when Steve, he always complains to this day, that's our older brother, he said, I can't believe it, I got a little brother for a birthday present. But folks, here's Miles Cameron. We sold his 4640, his tandem grain truck, and here's his 6620 combine.
Good combine. I bought it from Charlie when it had about, I think, 2,300 hours. Charlie, I guess.
2,300, we looked it up.
And I guess Charlie's the second owner of the machine. The guy that sold it knew he's here too, the salesman. It came down from around Herman, Missouri. I bought it from Charlie down around Mexico. Just only put a couple hundred hours. Only row cropped about 250 acres, so it's a sound machine.
Folks, this is Miles Cameron. He's a nice young man and his wife, and they've got a family over there just east of Memphis, west of Luray, over in that area. And he rented his farm, and he brought his tractor and his truck, and his combine is a 6620. Yep, four-wheel drive, 6620, four-wheel drive. It's an 82 model. It's got the factory four-wheel drive, shaft monitor, 2,500 and some hours, Campbell chopper slowdown kit, and a nice deal. How much, Jim? Let him bid. 7,500, 10,000, let them all go, 10,000. 10 pound down, 10, 10, 7 pound, 10, 12, 5. I'm going to 10 pound down, 12, 5, 10, 12, 5, 12, 5, down 15. I'm going to 15 pound down, 12, 5, 15,000. 12, 5, 10, 15 pound down. Boys, you can't find the 6620s with 2,000 hours anywhere in the country. 15,000. I'm going to 12, 5, 10, 15 pound down, 15, 17, 5, 15 pound down, 17, 5, 17, 5. I'm going to 15,000, 75 boys out of there, but you get 16,000 on the little 6620. Factory four-wheel drive, 16,000. 15 pound down, 16,000. I'm going to 15 pound down, 16, you get 16,000. I'm going to 15,000, 16 pound down, you get 15, 16,000. You're 15 pound down, 16 pound down, you get 16 pound down. I'm going to 15, 16. What do you think, Vernon's there? 16,000. I'm going to 15, 16,000. 15 pound down, 16 pound down, you get 15, 16,000. I'm going to 15, you get 16,000. Anybody else? 15,000, 16,000. You going to do it? I'm going to 15 pound down, 16 pound down, all down. I'm going to be 15, you get 16,000. 15 pound down, you get 16 pound down, 16,000. 16,000, 16 now, 15,500, 16,500, 16,500. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Hey, you hadn't read it for a little bit. Bid a time or two and own it. You hadn't read it for a time or two. 16,000. 15.5, 16,000. Charlie, you want to give a speech? 16,000. What, Charlie? You know, that's really true. Charlie McCoy and his wife are good friends, not only with the whole Sullivan clan, but probably especially close to my brother Jim and Jim's wife Amy. Just kind of made a relationship like you do, traveling across the country. But the McCoys are great people, been good to us, and we appreciate it. And that's who Miles got it from when we sold them out December 3rd of 2010. That little combine's still worth the money, Jim Sullivan. I know Charlie did. I know. 15.5, 16 down. We're not down. 16,000. I'm going to 15.5. I'm going to 16,000. I'm going to 16,000. I'm going to 16 down. Now 500. I'm going to 16.5. 16.5. I'm going to 16.5. I'm going to 6. Hey, Mr. Winters, it's against the law in Illinois to only bid one time. You got to bid again. 16.5. 16.5, 16.5, 16.5, 16.5, 16.5, 16.5, 16.5, 16.5. I wasn't going to sell it, I was just threatening you. Now 17,000. Now 17,000. Now 17,000.
I know he's going to bid because he said
17,000, 16,500, 17,000, sold at 16,500, going to the great state of Missouri. What's the number? 121, 121 to buy.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. I'm at the Sullivan Auctioneer Sale, August 18th, Hamilton, Illinois. And we got a cool story. We have Charlie and Carolyn McCoy from Wellsville, Missouri.
Correct.
Now this 82 model 6620 actually sold on your farm auction back in December 3rd, 2010, right?
That's correct.
Okay, how does it feel to run into your old combine here?
Well, when I was going over Sullivan's auction list, I seen this combine on there and I got to looking. It looked kind of familiar. One thing that caught my eye was I had that railing on there painted yellow on my old combine.
Okay.
And I also had a picture of our sale bill when Sullivan sold our stuff hanging on the wall. So when I looked up at that picture and I looked back at that combine, I thought that's got to be it. Fortunately, both of them had serial numbers. When I checked the serial numbers, I knew it was it.
And you must have just smiled when you saw that serial number.
I
It's a beautiful machine. Still only 2,506 hours on it.
Something like that, yeah.
Now on the December 3rd, 2010 sale, guys, it brought, was it 17?
17.5.
17.5.
Let's see how that compares.
And you guys were the second owner?
We bought it off the original owner.
Okay. And Carolyn, you just climbed up into the cab.
Yes.
Is it like you remembered it?
Yes.
And what memories do you have of the combine?
Oh, a lot of memories. I'd have to get up there and help Charlie lift up when he needed the header lift up or different things like
Right.
that. It was just kind of neat to get to sit back in the seat.
Absolutely. Very cool. And folks, Charlie and Carolyn also were the sellers of, I believe, one of the, if not the highest priced John Deere 8630 tractor we've ever seen. That was on your auction?
That's correct.
24,000?
24,000. I just looked it up on the sheet the other day.
Yeah. Well, you guys obviously took great care of your machinery, and it was fun to meet you last night.
Yes.
And yeah, it'll just be fun to see what the combine goes for today. Any price guesses?
Don't have a clue. But I truly wouldn't be surprised if it don't bring it today.
And Sullivan Auctioneers actually had your auction back 5 years
We
ago,
had our
right?
auction day.
And it was Jim Sullivan's birthday that day, right?
Jim Sullivan's birthday. The year before that, they come down and sold my wife's parents' land. They auctioned it off.
Okay.
And that's how we actually got connected with them. And I'm still trying to get some money out of them for all the land work they've had down there since that time, because they really impressed the people down in there.
Well, you're representing well, Charlie, with the Sullivan hat on. That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good. Well, Charlie and
Sounds
Carol,
like I'm working for them.
great to meet you guys. It'll be fun to watch the combine sell today, and thanks for sharing the history.
Yeah, we're glad to do this and glad to meet you. Right?
Yeah, you bet.
Scout in, scout down.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. I'm with Vernon Zayer. Now Vernon, you actually sold this 6620 brand new, is that correct?
Yes, in 1982 I sold it new to a fellow, his name was Ed Borges.
Okay.
Him and his wife had no children.
Okay.
He was I sold John Deere equipment from 1980 to 88.
And what?
And this fella lived between the two farms, and I stopped and visited him quite often.
Yeah.
And he had a 6600. He had a 404 engine in that he traded in on this. That's probably a 78 model 6600.
Okay.
And he got this 6620 four-wheel drive because we had some wet years.
Okay. And what store were you at then, Vernon?
I worked at Don's Implement at a little store in Herman, Missouri.
Herman, Missouri. In 1982 you sold it?
In 1982, yeah.
Did you sell a lot of 6620s back then?
6620 was probably the most popular combine.
Okay.
And we sold a lot of 4400s.
Just was a good fit for that part of Missouri.
It was in that part of the country that was the most popular combine, the 6620.
So here we are now. They said, or Charlie told me it sold for $17,500 on his farm auction almost 5 years ago.
It depreciated quite a bit, $1,000.
$1,000. What do you make of that? Speaking of a 30-plus-year-old John Deere combine holding its value like that, what do you make of that?
Well, there's still a lot of small farmers, and they can't use these big combines,
right? Because
you can't put a smaller header on them, right. And there's just a demand for a good used small combine, and this is what would be probably the best of the used combine because it's a hydrostat and four-wheel drive.
And super hard to find one low hour like this.
It's low hour, been well maintained. It's had good owners all the way through.
So you were not totally surprising it.
Well, it didn't surprise me a whole lot, but I didn't know if it would bring that here today. But
well, again, I think it sold for a little more because you were associated with it.
Well, it's a possibility.
Well, Vernon, I always love
the combine is in an excellent shape. The only thing I see, the feeder house chain is probably the worst thing I see in it. But it appears to me like somebody's recently put a new clean grain elevator on it. All the chains and everything's good in it. Straw walkers are good, and I'm sure the air conditioner worked. I know when Charlie had it, he didn't hurt it, and the fellow ahead of him that bought it new took care of it when he needed something. He had it done. The tires was good on it.
It speaks to
it's a nice, clean, used combine.
It pays to take care of your machinery, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Well, Vernon, I appreciate you giving us the background on the history of this combine, having it sold new. Does it seem like 33 years ago?
No, it doesn't really. I worked at that store for 8 years. In '88, I was asked to buy it, and I'm glad I did. But I farm and I sell used equipment, and we look for good used stuff.
Folks,
good used combines bring a lot of money.
They do, and folks, I travel the country. I don't run across too many folks sharper than my friend Vernon here. And again, thanks for telling us the history on this machine. Good stuff.
You're welcome, Dave.